So about 1 year ago, around July 21st, 2014, I went to this camp called Camp Periwinkle, which was a sleepaway camp. The camp was desperate for people to come because normally most people I know hate sleepaway camps and rather post Instagram and Snapchat pictures. Some of my other friends just played video games all day, but I was convinced, so I went there and was put in a cabin with some other people.
The cabin was nice enough to have a clean bathroom but no doors for privacy, so occasionally if you took a shit somewhere, someone might open the curtain to see you. The showers were dirty, there was a closet with a door, the only way to hide from anyone. There were also cabin beds too, so there wasn't much. So one day there was this thing being blown up and set up which looked like a UFO. I thought it was an obstacle course, but it wasn't.
One day, one of the kids came out of their cabins with the counselors and decided to check out the UFO. It was really hard to navigate just by watching them. Soon after, they ran back to the camp with a bag full of candy. Behind them, there were people dressed up as aliens, covered in leaves and branches, chasing after them. They started screaming at the top of their lungs. Unfortunately, one of the kids who were being chased got caught by one of the aliens. The cabin was cursed with screaming until 12 a.m. We didn't know what to do, and then out of nowhere, someone in our cabin suggested that we go check it out. We planned the challenge at lunch. We were not allowed to tell anyone because the UFO was prohibited. Counselors were ordered to monitor us.
I was hoping the aliens were kids in costumes, but they weren't. Instead, they were 6 feet tall adults. When we started our raid, there were two groups: the invaders who would invade the blown up ship, and the spy team who had to watch over and tell if any guards came. So I joined the invaders. Trust me, I was pretty brave, but most people chickened out and joined the spy team. So if you stayed in the cabin, you had to hide and speak through the walkie-talkie to tell us if anyone was coming. So we got started and we went out with our walkie-talkies. Someone was guarding the front door, but we waited until they took a bathroom break.
We went inside to a red-lit room, and I was instantly sweating buckets. We found the bag of candy, so then I said,
"Ah, what a piece of cake."
We picked up the bag, but then a machine started beeping. Then the lights switched off and it became completely black. Right out of the corner of my eye, I saw an enormous, ghastly-looking man dressed as an astronaut crawling on all fours, and aliens following behind him, making strange and creepy noises. They seemed to come out of nowhere. I was lost in the room since it was dark, but someone grabbed me by the arm, and we were out of there in a flash. 2 aliens came out and said,
"There they are, get 'em."
They tripped over a trash can, which gave us more time to escape.
One kid was missing. We knew he was caught or hiding, but we were almost done, so we completely forgot about him. We turned off the lights and we went to sleep. That's when I heard someone come in. I thought it was that kid, but we stayed asleep, not wanting to blow our cover if it was one of the counselors coming in. One of the kids felt someone rubbing their hair and laughing, so one of the kids took a table lamp and literally smashed it on his head. The guy was then knocked out, and we all had to call a doctor to get him help and an ambulance.
So after he was picked up, we kept the bag of candy, but that wasn't the end. For some reason, they built the curtains outside of our cabins, so about 6 aliens came to the outside of our cabin at 12:30 a.m. and started knocking. One of our bravest counselors came to the door only for him to scream as a guy started banging on the window.
At the end of the banging, one of the aliens stated that they will be back. Hours later, they didn't. We reported it, but other cabins didn't because they thought the alien screaming was funny. In the end, we got the kid back who was missing. While the counselors were chatting with the kid, he said that he was jumped by one of those people dressed as aliens, and one of them started to harass him.